let's see how this goes, because I think we're the Phantom group. I don't know anymore. I mean, we're getting a lot of what's the word? Technical difficulties. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, right now the topic is going to be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure being the past and present. In other words, how JoJo's popularity is now compared to how it was back then. Do you remember, Lunar, how JoJo used to be before 2012?
Sort of.
Well, just tell me what you remember, because I I remember it differently. So, but yeah, you go first.
I only remember JoJo back then with the video games, Heritage of the Future. That's only
Mm,
because I knew about the Zaweldo meme. So yeah, it was because of that. I also did remember a bit of the OVAs. I actually remembered that back in my anime club in college, they
mm,
showed a brief clip of Jotaro versus Dio in the OVA.
yeah.
That much I remember.
Well, back then it's like everyone, Well, then again, JoJo fan base has always been mixed, but I feel like back then people who were more into the manly anime were like, like that more. But then there's also like a lot of JoJo manga fans are like, nah, that's not like how it's supposed to be. And but now by this point, everyone's just like just hating on it because I'm like, well, then I'm thinking, is there like really a point to hate on it? Because it's not like it's gonna change anything really.
Yeah, I never actually really got the hate in all of this. I mean, there are certain kind of fans within the JoJo fan base that they're called elitists or something.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know, cause like to me they always seemed like they were special because they're the ones that knew JoJo because of the manga.
Yeah, I think you told me there was like one time you tried joining a Facebook group for JoJo, and then it was just like not worth it.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean I'm still in that group. I mean I just introduced myself and what I liked about JoJo so far, and then all I got posts was read the manga.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean it's not
Yeah,
all
'cause
bad really. I mean
mm,
there's always going to be those kinds of fans within the fan base. But hey, I mean, like, you still like the series? Like the series. Don't let fans think otherwise.
yeah. I mean, JoJo, like, well, I already said it already, but diversity. There's a huge fan base. I feel like JoJo fans can be compared to Lupin the Third fans and Sonic the Hedgehog fans because of, well, all three series tend to well, mostly intentionally change their style. In the case of Sonic, is more of a uh, like some of it was intentional, but then other ones more of an inconsistency. Of course, with Lupin, that changes back and forth, and because right now we have a gritty version that's airing. Well, I say airing, but it's more like movie format alongside the more neutral Lupin. And with JoJo, it's like every part we get something different. Even the characters change.
Yeah. You do get some old characters, but even they change in some ways.
Yeah, well, we all know the best example for that character. He's gone for the. He went from like, oh, this guy's amazing, and this one's like, I'm not sure. Then it's like, oh yeah, now he's just a shell of his former self. Oh, yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just thinking like, but he should be more badass now, but he's not. And then you got other characters like Jotaro that ages backwards.
Seriously, I seen what he looks like in part 6. He doesn't look like he's changed much since part 4 new art style.
Uh, well, then if you look at him in the start in the current art style, it looks different.
Compared to his older art style, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
pretty different. Yeah, I have a picture somewhere that's like a good comparison because you actually have both the art styles next to each other. But I'm like trying to remember where did I save that. I think it was in the manga volumes folder that I have. I don't know. Well, then again, with JoJo, you need folders within folders because of everything. Yeah, here's the Jotaro comparison from 87. No, it wasn't 87. I think it was 89. Ah, shit. Can you still hear me? Or because I'm hoping this
I
thing
can
just
still
didn't freeze
hear
on me.
you.
Yeah, okay. Because I tried dragging the picture in here, but then it's like I think it froze. In fact, yeah, it froze on me. I don't know how. Yeah, I remember
It's the
this
work
happened
of an
one
enemy
time.
stand.
Yeah, it must be. Because I remember this happened one time when I was talking with Falcon, when I was dragging a picture in, and then it just stuck. Let me try another one. Let me see. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, something tells me it's gonna be stuck there until it fucking vanishes. Yeah, so I don't fucking know. Someone's trying to make a fool out of me. So, anyways, yeah, with JoJo, the constantly changing, constantly moving forward. Well, I say moving forward, but JoJolion is like, ever since he went the seinen route, Araki has just been pretty slow.
Have they introduced a main villain yet for Part 8? Because I've heard some things about Part 8.
And I haven't read Part 8 in a while, with all honesty. Yeah, anyway, yeah, until I find out, I guess we'll just keep chatting.
Okay.
Because, actually, what I do remember is that the most JoJo knowledge I got from way back was actually from one YouTuber that talked about JoJo, and of course, since then, now I'm just like a whole army of JoJo YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he used to be called Reckless Productions, as what his original name was, but then he changed it on the lines, and I'm kind of wondering if people even know about his channel anymore, because he was like the only, I think he was the only guy talking about JoJo, and then there was Antfish who did the JoJo abridged, before everybody, before it was cool. And it's like, I like JoJo before it was cool. Well, let me check what this guy name was, because he did like a couple of lists, and I don't think he's been active anymore. Strangers, JoJo stands. Let me see if I can.
Told me about him before.
Yeah, he changed his name to Willow Shade.
Ah.
Yeah, his last video was let's see how many years ago. 3 years ago.
Whoa. That's a long time ago.
Hello and welcome to my review of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you are wondering what this series is, then you should really think about picking it up and discovering the insane world of Hirohiko Araki's 20-year running series. First off, I really don't want to make this a fanboy rant about why it's so grey. That's why I'm going to review the 6 completed story arcs, and the 7th story arc that's currently running in Shonen Jump.
Yeah, because I remember he did some videos when Steel Ball Run hadn't finished yet. There was no JoJolion.
Right.
Then again, yeah, even Antfish, actually, when JoJolion was first announced, he actually made a brief video about it. He did a parody song of Papa the Sailor with it. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. It was called, have you heard? I think it was called Have You Heard the News?
Yeah. I mean, back then it was like lesser known. Well, at least here in the West.
Well, actually, one of the earliest places I heard of JoJo was actually through 2 character lists. One was about cool characters, and one was about villains. Because, yeah, I don't know if you remember this YouTuber called Jesuotaku.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because she did one video, Top 20 Deliciously Evil Dio Brando was mentioned. I think at the time people only really had footage mostly for the 93 OVA, because even Gigguk also only used like 93 footage.
Yeah. It's like the only time Dio ever actually made an actual appearance. That's not Shadow Dio.
Yeah, this is the video I was looking for. This one. Did you hear the news? It's a funny song.
Alright, let me take a look at it. There we go.
I'm JoJo the Sailor Man. I got me a nautical stand. No, I'm not gay, that's the YMCA. I'm JoJo the Sailor Man. I'm one tough sailor, I beat all the haters who like to make fun of me. It keeps me in shape so me enemies I can rape. I have no more body fat. If anyone dares to risk my fist, it's Zora and Muda understand. So keep from Stan's calling or you'll soon be brawling with JoJo the Sailor Man. I'm JoJo the Sailor Man. I got me a nautical stand. No, I'm not gay, that's the
Nautical
YMCA.
stand.
I'm JoJo the Sailor Man.
Okay, I found the picture I was looking for, so this thing better link. There you go. Now you can compare and contrast the Jotaros before and after. Yeah, 87 and 2014? I forgot what year when those volumes came out.
I don't know. I kind of still have a certain attachment towards the newer art style. No, not the newer, the older art style.
Yeah, to me it's more like, I'm not used to it. Like this one. This one's like one of his images for part 4 that he's done recently. Because you can tell it's recently also because on the bottom there's an advertisement for the part 4 anime.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a date. Yeah, there's a date, May 2016, so... Yeah. It's pretty different.
Wait, that's Koichi, okay.
I don't know, Koichi's face looks like so realistic there. It looks more like a child that's next to him rather than
So weird. Hairstyle, it kind of looks a bit like Josefumi, right?
I guess. I don't know, I just can't get used to Koichi's like red cheeks.
Yeah, God does have red cheeks. Huh.
I don't know, it makes me think of like one of those like, I don't know, something like biblical.
He does look
Or
more
one
like
of
a child here.
Yeah, JoJo keeps changing, so... let me think, what else was there that used to happen back then?
Aside from OVAs and video games?
Yeah, because, actually, one of the things that always got me excited was the All-Star Battle trailers, because, they were all spoiler heavy, with honesty, but they kind of got me excited to, like, what's gonna happen next, and what's gonna happen next in the JoJo part? Should I keep reading? Like, because I remember when I first started reading it, that even when I was very close to finishing a part, I was thinking, I want to read just a little bit more just to get an idea what the next part is about. But little did I know that part 4 and 5 were not translated good at the time.
Oh yeah, the infamous Duwang.
Well, speaking of that, the part 4 manga did got licensed like a year or two ago, but they still haven't announced any release dates.
Yeah, nothing yet. I mean, hell, we're still waiting for the part 3 dub.
Yeah, that was the last year, right, where the Comic-Con featured that?
Yeah.
I mean, the Anime Expo. So. And then years before, like, there was a test dub that was back in 2014, so I'm just like, Well, I'm assuming there should be some news in the next 2 or 3 months when Battle Tendency ends on Toonami.
Oh yeah, it's still airing on Toonami now.
Yeah, it's during the... I didn't check what episode was on, but I think it is to be somewhere along the lines of Lisa around there.
Oh, okay. Her fight against Cars?
Well, not the fight against Cars, no. I mean, like, when they barely meet Lisa.
Oh, okay.
I think they're around there, because I know for sure the Santana stuff already happened.
Yeah. It's actually surreal thinking back then, because, like, now, 2012, JoJo gets an anime adaptation. It's now getting licensed here in the West. It's finally dubbed, and it's finally airing on Toonami. I mean, that's quite the milestone in a way,
I kind of theorize that it... Well, then again, I want to say everything is because of, advancements in technology, especially with social media, with all the different social medias that we have now. It's like, yeah, back then it was just MySpace, and then, like, now we have more than that. And then, because I think the appeal for JoJo for a lot of people is just mainly all the over-the-top nature, and then, everyone's doing dank memes and stuff.
It has a lot of memes. Whatever a character does, whatever they say, or whatever they do in terms of, like, a pose, it's a meme.
Hey, Koichi, hide quickly! Why? Hide quickly! Let's investigate his secret sex affairs! All these words, I don't know. To me, the best one is still "Got a feeling so complicated."
Or "Are you okay, retard? I am wood." My personal favorite: "I am the fucking strong."
The very first page. My name is. You don't need to remember Guanglai Kangi. My name. Yeah. Best translations ever. I'm more excited for part 5. Well, obviously I'd be more excited for 6 because of JoJolion, but for right now, for 5, because for some reason I just really hoping that the anime is as action-packed as I felt when I was reading it, so I just want it to be like fast-paced and, just violent as fuck and, just good crime shit.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Then again, I'm assuming part 5 will like. I don't know if you noticed, but there's some moments in part 4 where they don't really utilize the final art designs. They kind of like just made up their own middle ground versions.
Yeah, they kind of use like a fusion of like the older and the newer art style.
Yeah, because there's something about their noses where they start changing to this diamond shape, like it's like a pointy diamond.
I think I've seen that once on Josuke's face when, you know, showing him smiling after Shigechi got all those tickets, stamp things. The make everybody happy face.
Like their noses are supposed to turn like this, and I'm assuming part 5 will be doing this all the way, which I think it will.
Oh yeah,
If I could just
that nose.
I always consider it a diamond. Like the bottom tip looks like a diamond to me. You know, you can critique someone's art by the time you notice like his noses are different. Like, oh yeah, we'll also be talking about how JoJo was in the past. But...
Keep getting off topic.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever. I don't know. It always seems to happen in almost every conversation that gets recorded. It's like, yeah, let's go off topic, and then we'll go back to it somehow. Oh yeah, so like, where's Josuke in your favorite Joestars?
Oh, he's up there with Joseph. Joseph is my favorite
Yep.
main JoJo, so bit of a tie.
I would have preferred seeing Josuke in his. Well, that's one thing I got kind of upset that Josuke wasn't unleashed. Like he didn't premiere in his manly mode. He just premiered in that neutral style.
Ah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I just liked how, because by that point Araki's drawings, like he just perfected his part 3 design. It's like, I feel like, man, you spent all these years since part 1 trying to get like the correct figure for your characters, and then like, well, time to stop using it. So I'm like, oh. And then you don't get to see it in the anime at all. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, of course not. I mean, they had to tie it into the newer art style in part 4 anyway, so...
Yeah, well, part 4, like, shifts art style so much. I mean, I guess this one's a good comparison. I mean, just look at... You can tell easily just by looking at their shoulders. Like, right here you have Josuke and Jotaro, and then Okuyasu looks a lot... I don't know, I feel like Okuyasu suffered the most in the, changing the art style.
Yeah, he does look less, thuggish.
And then, yeah, comparing, like, their faces and their chest, their chest length, the shoulder length, compared to this anime, it's just like, well, yeah, that's different. Even Josuke's pompadour is like tilted more to the side, covering. It almost looks like a cap, honestly. Yeah, compared to the other designs where it's like much smaller. Or sometimes, you know what it reminds me of?
What?
The shading makes me think of like a tire.
It's the top part, it's the top design pattern on this
Yeah, yeah.
pompadour, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes me think of a tire, and then at the same time, I think of another thing, which is like an upside down boot.
It makes me think of a beaver tail.
I think that was more funnier than anything I said.
No
Yeah.
offense to Josuke's hairstyle, it's awesome. It's just that it kind of reminds us of stuff, okay?
I don't know, I was like, your hair looks like a beaver tail. What did you say about my hair? Like, oh.
Oh my god.
Well, that's the highlight of, you know, when a show starts getting popular.
Yeah. Also, it gains more fans.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it was a good thing that he started from the beginning, not from the part 3.
Yeah, I think part 3 was probably picked mostly for, just because it was, I was gonna say airing, it was like published at the time, I'm guessing. A lot of people speculate the reason why JoJo never happened until now is because of the copyrighted name material, because then again, maybe the fact that Warner Brothers licensed it might have something to do with it also, that was able to give, like, the go-ahead.
Yeah, I mean, there's always been various references from, like, musicians, singers, artists, bands, song titles, albums. Because of that, I mean, it's because of that we didn't even get, like, the Part 5 video game come here.
All because of Prince. He didn't give permission.
Uh,
Yeah, but hey, at least the manga managed to get over here for part 3 at least. For a while, that was all that was available.
that's all we could get.
My volume 1 of Crusaders is pretty worn out. Because, I mean, you know your manga's old when your pages start turning yellow.
Oh no. Actually,
Yeah.
I got Volume 1 Stars Crusaders, like, for my birthday gift. It's not the JoJo name cover, too.
Also, it's the yellow one.
Yep.
I want to say there was something else that... Well, then again, the Phantom Blood movie, it's still lost forever. Come on, it's like, come on, like, it can't be that salty anymore. I mean, come on, you made it to part 4. We're going to part 5 the next couple of months or year. It won't damage your reputation anymore if you just let that movie come out.
Yeah, I mean, like, we got, like, the first, like, what, 10-15 minutes of that, and it's not that bad.
By this point, even if it's a bad movie, like, I mean, like, come on, I think people deserve to see it. I mean, it is historical to JoJo lore. And also, because when CoolTap did a video about it, one of the comments provided a very interesting detail. It was from someone who said that he actually watched the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And he said that at the very end, Joseph Joestar actually appeared.
Oh, it ended off with Joseph. Actually, that'd be not bad. Credit scene or something. If APPP could do a good Phantom... No, not Phantom. A Battle Tendency movie. I don't know.
But, shit, I was going to... But one thing was salvaged from the Phantom Blood movie.
The song?
Yeah, Voodoo Kingdom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen these, but I'm actually kind of surprised some people have overlooked these videos. When I was barely getting into JoJo, there on YouTube there was these. Well, I think now they're a little harder to find, but it was called like History of JoJo or Story of JoJo. There were basically these manga music videos that would basically show all the different parts or a specific part, like all the different events.
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, I think the videos are still up, but the problem is that the songs keep getting muted by copyright. Yeah, when I was reading the manga, I would occasionally go back to those videos and see like what's in store for me, like what's gonna happen later, what's foreshadowed in this music video.
Actually, there's actually something similar to that, but they're doing it with the anime. I don't know exactly what they're called. They were released on Nico Nico, and they would each be like a music video of each part animated. The song, I'd have to look it up, so you gotta give me a sec here.
I'm trying to remember the name of the certain band that sold out. I think that was the...
Well, that's the one that did your history of the JoJo.
Look into my evil eyes.
I love that song.
Pretty popular music video that would feature the OVA with that song, so... Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people hate them now, but hey, remember back then, that's all we had. And in a way, it's kind of a good thing Phantom Blood flopped, that Araki got so mad, because then we wouldn't get this modernized version of JoJo that's closer to its source material.
Yeah, that is true.
Because now there's like 2 versions of Crusaders, but I still like the OVAs for like what they covered, because I like to marathon those in one go. Mostly the 93 stuff, but I personally do wish they would come back in print, because they're out of print and oh yeah, they'll cost you a lot just to like there wouldn't be enough cherries for a Kakyoin to lick equal to the amount how much you need to pay.
It's called Kokuro Jozoru.
Woo, Volume 5, Darby the Gambler and Vanilla Ice. That's $134.99.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have that. I have everything but the Endol fight. But what about the Dio one? Volume 6, $118.99. I have that.
So you spent hundreds of dollars on these volumes?
I bought them. They were only $20 a piece. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because I think I covered just about like almost everything from the past and future of JoJo and its present.
Pretty much. With also, of course, going off topic on some stuff.
Oh, look what I found.
What?
I was searching through Google because I just typed in Josuke or Josuke anime, and then I came across this thing, and I wonder, is that her video? Yeah. Yeah, it's her reaction. Yeah.
Why is it
I don't-
there?
It happened. Well, I guess time to wrap this up. So, Lerner, how's your experience with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
It's been a great experience, honestly. I mean, there are some downs, but aside from that, I'm having fun with JoJo, and I'm glad I got into it.
Yeah. So, where does it rank in your top 10 favorites?
Top 10 favorites? Like, favorite animes?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually never came up with a top 10 of my own. I just like whatever I like.
Oh. I try to rank them, but even then it's like, I don't know, it keeps going back and forth. But so far the main 10 or so have been somewhat consistent. Like JoJo, I got in for the manliness, and that's still what I like more about it.
I got in for the bizarreness.
I guess this will end this conversation of JoJo Bizarre Adventure. We'll figure out what to do next time. So, good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.